I'm Max Brantley with the Arkansas Times on Wednesday, March 30th. News from Arkansas today is dominated by talk of health care. Governor Asa Hutchinson is making his pitch still to continue the Obamacare-supported Medicaid expansion in Arkansas. He was helped this week, yesterday and today, by comments by Chancellor Dan Ron of the University of Arkansas Medical Sciences campus, who said the campus faces a $35 million deficit next year already. That deficit could grow to $100 million at least if the legislature fails to approve the continuation of the Medicaid expansion. The governor said today there'll be turmoil in health care, not just at UAMS, but everywhere in the state if the expansion isn't completed. He also says he has a plan with managed care for parts of Medicaid services to cut in half the 3,000 person waiting list for services for disabled people, if not the full range of services provided by the federal government some places, at least some needed home care. Frankly, the response of the holdouts in the legislature to this is much akin to Rhett Butler and Gone with the Wind. They just frankly don't give a damn. Too bad for Arkansas and the 267,000 people that have gotten health care coverage thanks to Obamacare. David Pryor got sick this week, had a little heart scare. He's okay, was unable to attend the UA Board of Trustees meeting, but he did submit a list of 33 questions for University of Arkansas officials to answer about a project to expand Razorback Stadium that now looks like it might cost $160 million, be the biggest bonded project in the history of Arkansas. Remains to be seen if athletic officials will answer those questions or not. We shall see. They have picked a project manager for the job, and so they are moving forward. Speaking of football, the Southeastern Conference made a nod to actually people who teach things at the university. They gave a Faculty of the Year award to a faculty member at each of the 14 SEC schools. Rodolfo Nega, a food economics policy professor at Fayetteville, won $5,000 for being chosen in Arkansas. He's eligible to win a $15,000 prize. To put that $15,000 in perspective, the lowest paid football coach at Arkansas makes $300,000 a year. We have our priorities straight, don't you think? For reading pleasure, and if you're serious about the schools, go to the Arkansas blog and read the 8-page response that Baker Kurrus, the superintendent of Little Rock School District, filed yesterday in arguing that the state should not move quickly to expand charter schools in Little Rock. It's a detailed, data-oriented analysis, which he says the state ought to do. The short of it is that if more better students are taken out of the Little Rock School District for charter schools, better meaning higher income, people that are more likely to succeed in their classes, inevitably Little Rock will have an isolated population of poor, minority, non-English speaking special ed students. They will be very hard to succeed, and it won't be a great city with that left at its core. Baker Kurrus' words need hearing. I don't think they're necessarily the words that Johnny Key, his supervisor at the education department, wants to hear. Johnny Key represents the Walton family's view of education in Little Rock, which it all should be taken over and turns into the hands of a private charter school management corporation. Attorney General Leslie Rutledge says that the state will appeal a circuit court finding that upheld the legality of the Fayetteville non-discrimination ordinance. She didn't have to file this appeal. The judge there said that the state law that seems to restrict the ability of local ordinances did not apply to Fayetteville because there are elements of state law that provide protection on basis of sexual orientation and gender, and therefore this law doesn't run afoul of the state law. The U.S. Constitution also argues against stopping a non-discrimination ordinance, but Leslie Rutledge is going to forge ahead. She believes in legal discrimination against gay people. Crystal Bridges, the huge American art museum in Bentonville, has been such a success, gave a scoop to the New York Times yesterday. It is that the Walton family is buying an old Kraft cheese plant in downtown Bentonville, and it's going to become an edgy contemporary art space, much like the PS1 project, the Museum of Modern Art in New York and the Tate Modern in London. It's a big deal. Tom Walton, Sam Walton's grandson, who's been a leader in making Bentonville a trendy place through bike trails, restaurants, and liquor sales, says he wants to make Bentonville a happening hotspot for the country at large. I've suggested they could improve aesthetics up there just a little bit by changing some of the political representation they currently have to endure. And finally, from Hot Springs, a huge scare at an elementary school today. 3 men with rifles were spotted outside the school. The intruder alarm was activated. The school went in lockdown. Police circled the building. Turns out 3 men with rifles were 3 men with pellet guns popping squirrels at a nearby apartment complex, trying to rid them of the nuisance. And that's the news. By golly, I'm Max Brantley. I'll be back tomorrow.
You feel it in your heart. The spirit of Little Rock. We've had that spirit since 1927, helping build our city, by producing decades of leaders in the heart of our state. We are the heart of business and innovation, the heart of politics and government, the heart of arts and culture, and in our city beats the heart of a Trojan. UALR. We are Little Rock's team and Little Rock's University.